Free-to-Play Weekly, your show about free-to-play online games. In this week's news, fans looking to jump into the upcoming MMORTS End of Nations are in for a bit of a letdown. The highly publicized MMORTS has been put on hold until further notice. This news comes from the End of Nations Facebook page, which thanks players for their feedback, but states that because of that feedback, Petroglyph, the studio behind End of Nations, has, quote, identified several key areas of the game which need polish and improvement. Because of this, Petroglyph has decided to postpone the open beta phase until further notice, effectively shutting down the game's release schedule. Hopefully, this dive back into development translates into a better game experience once the game resurfaces. Did you get a chance to play End of Nations? What areas did you feel needed improvement? Let us know. Gunswords, the colorful turn-based strategy game from Russian indie company One Button Studios, launched into open beta recently. The game features the ability for players to create customized squads of units, each with their own armor, abilities, and weapons. Players can wield lightning, shoot railguns, and even punch people in the face if they want to. Fans of tactical strategy games, such as XCOM or Heroes of Might and Magic, would most definitely be doing a disservice to themselves by not giving this game a whirl. If you're interested in learning more, you can check out a first look for Gunswords here on YouTube. Yet another pay-to-play MMO has gone free-to-play. Last week, the Ultima-inspired sandbox MMO Mortal Online announced it would be going free-to-play in an attempt to breathe new life into the MMO. Mortal Online was originally released in 2010, and unlike most MMOs, it eschewed the traditional level and class system and instead focused on a more freeform skill system, not unlike the Elder Scrolls. Unfortunately for free-to-play fans, StarVault, the developers behind Mortal Online, seem to be favoring a more freemium payment model similar to the EverQuest series. New players will have access to the entire game, but will be restricted to just 60 skill points. In comparison, players who sign up for the subscription plan have access to the full 100. Free-to-play players are also locked from using thievery skills, owning houses, and looting expensive objects. There are unfortunately more restrictions, which you can check out by visiting mmobomb.com for the full article. We here at MMO Bomb seem to be finally getting over the initial shock and awe after having witnessed the extraordinary scale of Planetside 2. At least that's what we thought. John Smedley, president of SOE, had us picking our jaws up off the floor yet again when he released an image on Twitter teasing a new ship that's so huge it may as well be a base itself. In fact, it probably is. The image shown here is a conceptual mock-up of the Terran version of the enormous fleet carrier. Beyond its striking resemblance to Star Destroyers in Star Wars, the ship is reported to serve as a mobile vehicle platform, complete with the always critical defense systems. This is a PvP game after all. Smedley stressed that the ship is only a concept at this stage, so unfortunately the ship probably won't see the light of day anytime soon. But hey, that's okay. I've got to start picking my jaw off the floor again anyways, remember? I'll still be here. In some sad news, Gamania, the free-to-play publisher behind Lucent Heart, Divina, and Web Kohime Musou, is closing down. The publisher has recently been through some troubling times with layoffs and an attempted hostile takeover by Nexon. Even after surviving the attempted takeover, it appears as though the recent financial loss and difficulties renegotiating publishing contracts have proven too much for the company, raising concern over the future of the gaming communities left by Gamania, and casting doubt as to whether Core Blaze, Gamania's next highly anticipated MMO, will be released in the West. And the game of the week is City of Steam. City of Steam is a 3D MMORPG set in an industrial fantasy world with steampunk elements. City of Steam boasts 9 playable races, with 4 unique steampunk-inspired classes available for players to choose from. Players must fight through hordes of mechanist-infused beasts, undead, demons, reptile men, and more. The game features dungeon crawling elements similar to games such as Diablo and Path of Exile, but includes dynamic character choices which define individual storylines and quests. The game is currently going through several beta phases, with 2 upcoming phases scheduled for this month. If you are interested in trying out an MMO with a refreshing dungeon crawler atmosphere, be sure to check out City of Steam by heading over to the official page on MMO Bomb. And that's all for this week, but as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment down below. And until next week, check out MMOBomb.com for more free-to-play action.